So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Ruby, and I'm here representing the Fresno Area Hispanic Foundation. I'd like to take a moment to remind you, or actually give you a quick tutorial on how to use the chat box icon there. If you're a computer user, you simply click on the chat box down below your screen. If you are a tablet or mobile user, you click on the more option. It will give you the chat option. I also want to let you know que esta presentación está siendo interpretada en español por si gusta escuchar la presentación en ese lenguaje. I would like to recognize our sponsors who have made this possible: Bank of America, Comcast, Bank of the West, Bank of the Sierra, Chevron, Donna G. Sells, Union Bank, JP Morgan Chase, and Wells Fargo. Here's the agenda for today. I want to share with you guys a little bit about the foundation. Of course, we are the Fresno Area Hispanic Foundation, and we assist small business owners as well as entrepreneurs who are interested in starting their own business. We have different programs available. At the moment, we are offering virtual technical assistance, which is one-on-one counseling. We have our weekly webinars, such as this one here. And we also just became a CDFI, allowing us to lend microloans to small business owners. And of course, if you have any questions or would like more information on the programs, you can call us on the phone number on the screen, 559-222-8705. Now I would like to hand it over to our speaker for today, which is Bill Kill, the clinic director of the New Business Community Law Clinic for Berkeley Law.
Thanks so much, Ruby. So do I have share screen possibilities?
Yes, I will give you that.
Oh, okay, good. I'll get, oops, so I guess do that. Okay.
Okay.
We're all set? Okay, this is great. Yes, here we go. And then I'll go to my PowerPoint. Welcome, everyone. Oh, no, actually, I just went on to your thing. Hold on just a second. I got to choose another one here. Okay, here it is. Where is it? Here it is. That's the one I'm looking at. All right, everyone. Let me just make my desktop a little bit less cluttered here. Okay, there you go. All right, so let me just make sure everybody can see. Come on. All right, so you should be able to see that. Yes, it says employer rules exceptions during COVID-19. Is that what you see?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Okay. All right. Well, let's get started, everyone. Welcome. And yeah, everybody must feel a little confused as to what employers have to do from this point forward. It actually is this point forward because yesterday, the Cal OSHA, the Occupational Safety Health Administration, had a board meeting till late in the afternoon, where they approved these actual new rules that are now hot off the presses, just coming to you right now. And then what also happened was that Governor Newsom, by executive order, made them immediately effective. Basically, they just have to file it with the Secretary of State, but that will be done by the end of the day, probably. So this means this is the actual new rules that have tried to, by the way, strike a balance between workplace safety and the generally relaxed public health requirements that we've all heard about. Basically, unvaccinated people don't have to wear masks basically anywhere. Excuse me, vaccinated people don't have to wear masks anywhere. So it took a long time for the Cal OSHA board to sort of wrestle with this because of the problem that of course, what you're going to have is vaccinated and unvaccinated people interacting in the workplace. And so they originally took a stand saying, okay, well, gee, anytime an unvaccinated person comes into a room with a vaccinated person, then everybody has to mask up. Well, that just wasn't going to be very feasible. So let's tell you what exactly happened. So just before I get started, just so you all know, this is a general presentation of what the law is. We aren't giving you individualized legal advice at this point, but if you want some individualized legal help, do contact us. And there's my email there. You can email me, or we have contact information at the end of this workshop here. All right, well, let's just get started. Okay, well, here's the questions that I think are probably on everybody's mind. So what happened this week with California's reopening for employers? I'm going to give you a quick summary of what the rules are, and then go into a few other questions. So what do employers still have to do beyond these rules to, sort of overall, we'll step through this kind of step by step to protect employees from COVID-19. Can an employer require an employee to be vaccinated? That's a kind of a tricky question that we want to address. Can an employer require an employee to wear a mask at work? That's another question. What can employers do to protect against lawsuits from employees who might get COVID? And then what can employers do to protect employees also from pandemic-related violence? As maybe each of you have encountered already, if you have a business, somebody's coming in, they're not wearing a mask, you have a mask policy, there's disputes and conflicts that can happen. And there is some responsibility for employers in the way that they need to protect employees in the workplace to plan for this possibility that people will get rude